Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome to another spiritual therapy session. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna do something different today. I don't know why this came to me, but those of y'all that know me know I see numbers all the time. I have a very good relationship with numbers. So what I decided to do today, or in this particular recording, versus me doing a video reading, I am gonna do a reading on a couple of numbers. I'm gonna start doing this more often because I'm starting to get like people will inbox me and they'll ask me, "Hey, I've been seeing numbers such and such. What does this mean?" So for whatever reason, this morning I was guided to start doing videos, with numbers about certain numbers, synchronicities. So whenever you see a particular number synchronicity, it may guide you back to this video, So that's something I'm going to do today. I'm going to start trying to do this more often. And that maybe for some of those of y'all that are, just starting your spiritual path, just now starting to see numbers and, just a lot of ways that the universe is starting to communicate with you and you are now picking up on it. Hopefully these number videos will be a slight little guide for you to kind of navigate when you start seeing certain stuff. And, to be honest, everybody has their own personal relationship with numbers. This is just, my way of kind of breaking it down when I see certain things. And this is also what helps me read my cards and my tarot cards, my oracle cards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But let me take a moment to acknowledge and thank the Holy Spirit for residing in my temple, my spirit guides, as well as my divine ancestors, as well as all my angels of love and light. And I do rebuke any low vibrational beings and all negative forces. I command all evil eyes to go blind and any monitoring spirits to go deaf. And any dark energy that does come this way, it will be transmuted into peace, power, love, and prosperity. And I do speak this in the name of the divine so that this prayer does reach the Most High Creator. All right, so the first number that I'm going to start out with, it is the number 13. And the reason why, for whatever reason, I was guided to start with the number 13, everybody associates this number with bad luck. Think about it, Friday the 13th. In a lot of hotels, they don't have a 13th floor. They'll skip over 13 and go to 14. And those that do have a 13th floor, they don't have a fourth floor. They have associated this with bad luck. But I'm here to tell y'all and whoever need this information, 13 is not a bad luck number at all. I'm explaining y'all what this number means. The number 13 represents death. Yes, it does. It represents death and transformation. I'm going to read this card first. This card says you are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something special. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goal, towards our goals. I am confident. Now, what that has to do with the number 13, it was 313 when I looked at the timer. In order to get wherever you trying to go through in life, you have got to experience several deaths. Not death in the physical, but death in the spiritual. This death card right here says spiritual transformation, new beginnings, letting go, ending, change, transition, sudden or unexpected upheaval, closure, release, change of work. That is what a death is. So for those of y'all that are new to watching tarot, or you get a particular tarot reading on somebody, or you see it and it come up, or the number, you start seeing the number 13 everywhere you go, just know that does not mean you are about to physically pass away. What that means is you are getting ready to shed an old cycle in your life. There's something that you're doing that you're getting ready to stop. Say for example, you are the type of person that is used to running the streets and partying all the time, and then all of a sudden you get to a point to where you don't feel like going out no more. Or say you drinking all the time, and all of a sudden now that drink don't taste the same no more. That is a death. You are experiencing a particular death. And death, this number 13 death card is Scorpio energy. Scorpio represents death and transformation. Alert, driven, idealistic. It's also associated with the planet Pluto. Sex, death, subconscious. So the number 13 is a very powerful number when it comes to changing your life. So again, if you start seeing the number 13, or you rather it be during tarot or just in your everyday life, 1313, those particular numbers, all that means is there's something in your life you're getting ready to stop doing. Now, when you experience this particular transformation, because that's all it is, it's nothing bad unless you are out here doing bad. But if you are somebody that's trying to change your life, this number is the universe's way of letting you know, hey, we getting ready to switch this up for you. We need you to follow this particular path. See, once you go through a death and transformation, look at that wealthy man. Wealthy man in the spirit. When you are a wealthy man in the spirit, it manifests in the physical. This man done went through a death and transformation. He probably done stopped hanging with certain types of people. He done stopped just a lot of things. This person probably stopped living off of people. This person made up their mind they didn't want to live a certain way. They done put the drugs down. They stopped attracting in certain types of partners to lay with because they wanted a change in their life. And I'm going to say this, in order to go through a death, it takes a lot. And I mean 555 on the timer. 5 represent fast change. It takes a lot of strength to end anything. I don't care if it's a relationship. When you are stuck in a situation with a person, and I'm going to say this, for a lot of people that hang on to relationships and you see that you cannot manifest shit in this relationship, you've been dealing with this person all of these years and don't neither one of y'all have shit. That's because there is a death that needs to take place in your life. And once you answer the call to that particular death, that relationship will be destroyed by the universe. Because I'm going to say this, and I'm a victim of it too. I've been in relationships with people that I'm knowing good and damn well I didn't have no business fucking with. Then I wonder why the hell I can't seem to have no money, why I can't this and why I can't that. And it wasn't because they was taken from me. That's because the universe will block your blessings. God will block your blessings until you go through this death and get certain people out of your life. Man, I cannot stress this shit enough. It is very, very, very serious that when it's time for you to go through a death, that's because you have looked around at your life. You have seen that you are such and such years old. You have seen you can't keep no job. You have seen you can't keep no place to stay. You see, you know what I'm saying? When you start looking at your own self, that's when that death is starting to take place, because now you're looking at everybody around you. And you seeing, I've been with this man for such and such years and we don't have shit. Or I've been with this woman such and such years and she won't even help maintain the house. She won't even keep a job. She can't keep a job. All she want to do is party. All he want to do is get fucked up, spend money on bullshit. See, it's time for you to go through a death when you start seeing that number 13. Because I'm telling you, the universe will bless you. And that death will turn into a transformation. Your life will change. And you will be in the energy of a wealthy man or a woman. This particular card right here, y'all might not be able to see it because of the sun, but the glare. But this woman is riding on some kind, I think that's an eagle. Well, hell, I don't know what it is. It's a big black bird. That's all I know. But look how that woman's hair is flying. She got her mouth open. See how she looking at that? I'm going to say that's the sun, but it looked like it might be the moon. Either two ways about it. If this is representation of the moon, this woman is no longer in her head. She is facing this death. See these people down here at the bottom? What this is showing, these are the people she left behind. She put an end to hanging with these toxic family members. She put an end to dealing with people with a lack mentality. She put an end to hanging with people that didn't want shit out of life but to sleep with her, or just wanted to be around her to borrow money off her, that only called her whenever she needed something. See, she put an end to that. This bird represents her savior. This bird done rescued her and got her up in the air, and these people are now suffering because they no longer have access to her energy. When you put yourself in that situation and you go through this particular death, man, I'm telling you, death and transformation. This number 13 course says spiritual transformation. Death is not a bad number. Now, moving right along, 444. Let me say this also. 13 reduces down to what? 4. 4 is a very powerful number. 4 has everything to do with protection and stability. If you look at this number 4, it's got corners. The number 4 is full of corners and angles. When you look at your house, when they pour that concrete slab got 4 corners to it. Anything that is of structure and stability has a 4. Look at this picture. It has 4 corners. That represents foundation and stability. Look at this hourglass. 4 corners, the square. That number 4, it's in the representation. It looks just like, you know what I'm saying? It's got angles to it. Now, this card says, trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. 4 has everything to do with divine protection, also ancestral protection. even in your zodiac, your birth chart, the fourth house in your zodiac birth chart. I keep saying zodiac, but in your birth chart, the fourth house represents ancestral lineage. The way, you know what I'm saying, your DNA, how you were programmed, the way you're supposed to be. Learn your birth chart. Figure out what number 4 means for you. Me personally, I'm going to say this. I am a life path number 13. Now that I understand my birth chart, now I understand who I am. I am a Scorpio moon. There it is right there. Now that I understand that, that's why I have pulled back from everybody, because now I understand why my words are so powerful. Now I understand why people treat me the way that they do. I now understand why I attract in people that want to break me down, because it was my power that I did not know I had, because I have been under the impression my whole life that I was not shit. That is the reason why when you are a powerful person, you will run across entities. Notice I didn't say people, I said entities, because entities operate through people. You will run across people that will abuse you, they will molest you, they will rape you, they will rob from you, they will do everything that they can to break you down, because there is a power within you that they do not have, and they don't want you to have it either. See, there's a whole lot of stuff that I had to go through in life and learn. And that's why now I can sit here and record these videos and have no shame about shit. Now I can proudly be by myself, stay in my own house, not bother with people, and be at total peace. Why? Because I know who I am. I'm a fucking 4. And because I am a 4, I'm powerfully, divinely protected, and I understand that. So y'all need to understand that in reference to the number 4. When you start seeing 444, just know God got some people on you. God got some angels watching over you, whether it be your ancestors, your spirit guides, whoever it is. That 444 is a bad motherfucker, man. The number 4 will walk you through all kinds of problems in life, and can't nobody fuck with you, because you got a spirit team walking right beside you that these entities cannot fuck with. But you got to learn who the hell you are. Whether you a life path 4 or whatever life path you are, just know that this number 4, when you start seeing this number, just know you're walking into a higher vibration. And the higher your vibration get, them ancestors got their eyes on you, because see, now you walking a path that is going to better you. And because you are doing what you're supposed to do in the spirit, your protection is being amped up. That's what that 4 represents. Always remember that. This next card right here says perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Again, when you start seeing the number 4 everywhere you go, 44, 444, anything. This here is happy family 4. In tarot, the 4 of Wands represents a marriage. Again, a happy family, that is foundation. Foundation, 4 corners, a home, a happy home, 1313 on the timer. A home, a happy home has a strong foundation, and that strong foundation is protected by the higher ups. Anything else, it's not gonna last. It's not, you know. But you gotta pay attention to that. So those of y'all that are seeing the number 4 everywhere you go, I'm telling you, man, pay attention to what's going on around you. This last card says number 44. This says a woman holding a heart. Exactly. A woman holding a heart. Number 44 also reduces down to an 8. So you got to look at that also. 8 is a representation of strength in the tarot, but it's also a representation of infinity, good karma, abundance, things of that nature. There is no coincidence why good karma and abundance is associated with the number 8, because 8 is 2 4s put together. That is spiritual protection and foundation. So whatever it is you have manifested, if it has been manifested 1411 on the timer, if it has been manifested through death and transformation and doing what you need to do to cleanse out your life and up your standards, and you know what I'm saying, basically getting rid of your clearance rack. Once you get rid of that clearance rack, let me say this to y'all to know about the clearance rack. When you throw your clearance rack on the curb, that is a prime example in the physical realm that you have went through that death. You've went through the death. When that clearance rack is no longer in service, that means you went through that death. You did what the fuck you were supposed to do. And because you did that, 1444 on the timer, because you did that, now the universe is going to send in extra protection for you. And that extra protection that's going to protect your family, that's going to protect your money, that's going to protect your mate, providing that the mate that you are with is on the same vibration of you. Because I'm going to say this, those of y'all that are raising y'all vibrations and throwing y'all clearance racks away, some of y'all, well, all of y'all will be experiencing breakups. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how many kids you got with a person. When you throw your clearance rack away and the person that you are with is still on a low vibration, hanging off their clearance rack, doing the shit that they've been doing, first of all, you're going to become so unattracted to that person that you're not going to want to be with them. And that is because the universe is guiding you to release that person. Don't hate that person, because everybody can't go with you. Everybody cannot go with you. And it's one thing for sure. When you walk the path you're supposed to walk and you throw your clearance rack away, them number 4 is going to start amplifying for you. Why? Because see, these 4s, as I said earlier, will double. 4 plus 4 is 8. That's that abundance coming in. You got to think about it. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 reduces down to a 3. 3 for me is divine order. Now you're walking in divine order. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 reduces down to a 7. 7 is the fucking tower. That tower, that's a good tower for you, but it's a bad tower for everybody that you done had to walk away from, because the people that you have had to walk away from, they not covered under your divine protection. So while you're getting blessed, they still sitting on the clearance rack doing whatever it is they was doing in the past while they watching you level up, and it's going to stress them out because they can't believe that you walked into all kind of blessings. Then they'll start to talk about you, then they'll start lying on you, and they don't understand it's all because you were being divinely protected and you did what spirit told you to do. So that's just a small breakdown of these numbers and how these particular, you know what I'm saying, this is kind of a little bit on how I navigate every day. So when y'all see me calling out certain numbers and stuff when I'm doing my readings, just understand, you know, this is my personal relationship that I have with numbers, and I have been guided to start sharing some of these numbers with y'all. And again, some of these numbers that I'm sharing with y'all, a lot of y'all probably already see, and you may not even realize it, but after watching these particular videos, now when you start seeing the number 444 and you got some havoc going on in your life, it'll give you a little bit of ease, because you're going to remember hearing me say, hey, them your ancestors protecting you. 1717 on the timer. Them your ancestors protecting you. Keep your best foot forward. Numbers are nothing but general messages from the universe. The universe does not speak to us the way we speak to one another, because we are in physical form. You know what I'm saying? The universe speaks to us through numbers, through music, through colors. You know, you got to be tapped in order to understand the universal language. Yes, people going to think you crazy. Look, my phone getting it, y'all. My camera started to flash as I started saying that. It's been doing just fine. But people would talk about you. People would say you crazy. Let folks talk. All that means is you're just on a higher vibration than them. Take that shit as a compliment and be grateful to know that you are walking the path you are supposed to walk. Because trust and believe, when you start seeing them numbers, synchronicities popping out everywhere, 5-6 times a day, every time you turn around, you seeing 444, 222, 1111, whatever the number is that you seeing, trust and believe that is the universe way of guiding you out of a situation that you are in or have been in. 1818 on the timer, and they're getting ready to walk you through something else. But always remember, as you are seeing these numbers, as you are evolving, as you are elevating, people are going to start falling away from you. And when I mean this, I don't mean as in dying. What I mean physical death. What I mean is, all of a sudden you're going to stop, wanting to hang out with certain groups of people. You may start turning your phone off. Some of y'all might change your number. You're going to get out of this relationship. You're going to start. And then at first you're going to be wondering, why all of a sudden I don't want to go out with such and such. That's my best friend. And it is nothing personal. But people in the lower vibration, they don't understand that. So they'll take it as you being funny. And I cannot stress that enough, man. We live in a 3D world where people do not understand spiritual wisdom. They do not understand it. So therefore they will judge you. But you use your discernment, and as long as you following your intuition and doing what you're supposed to do, you let the universe lead you into the abundance that's waiting on you. Because it's one thing I can't never stress enough. God is not going to give you your inheritance, your abundance, your good health, whatever it is that you're supposed to walk into. You cannot get it when you got a bunch of low vibrational people in your energy. You have to go through this death in order to get to your prosperity. And that does not mean die in order to go to heaven like they teach you in church, because that's what I always thought it meant. No, death means the shedding of old lifestyles, of old cycles, of old friends, of old lovers. And it's just the people that are on not on the same level as you. Some people may grow, and you know what I'm saying, grow with you. Those people, of course, they can go with you because it may be meant for them to experience your abundance, and they can, of course, have their own. But I'm talking about the people that you slowly starting to look around and realize you don't need to be hanging with them. You don't care if it's your mama, you don't care if it's your daddy, you don't care if it's your baby daddy, you don't care if it's your wife, you don't care if it's your husband. When you start getting that intuitive nudge to start backing away from certain people, 2020 on the timer, that means your spiritual vision is turning into 2020, and you are headed towards something great, and they cannot go, because what is one of the best sayings we've always heard? God heard conversations you didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here, man. I hope this helps whoever needed. Peace and blessings, and namaste.